Caught behind Venetian blinds, out of reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong.
Hey.
Hey, look at me, man, what I become.
I just realized.
How great is it to finally be?
Oh yeah, I haven't ridden with you in 6 or 7 weeks.
Right.
You know what's funny is I've been working out, other than my shoulder.
Yeah.
And my FTP is up like 30 watts. My 20-minute power is up to 340 watts, and my absolute power is like 1200 watts, and my normalized power is 320 watts. I'm just kidding. I have no idea what the I'm talking about.
Ventura and back. Are we actually going to the where California Avenue and Poli meet?
We'll find out.
That means he doesn't know yet.
I know, but I'm not telling you. I mean, I'll find out when you find out.
Okay.
But I know where I'm going. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go to California and Poli kind of.
Yeah.
And there's a little spot I want to just check out.
Sure.
Just to make sure they're building what I hope they're building. All right, let's rock and roll.
I've been running east, looking for a sunset, digging deep since 99. What I thought was gone was sitting in my pocket in plain sight all along. I think it's time for me to go, burn all bridges. All I know, I got lost along the way, fell between the foam, pulling stitches. Time to let go, so come what may.
Most wives complain that their husbands never listen to them.
Yeah.
I'm sure my wife has said it. I mean, I don't know. She may have. If it's Hidden Valley, then why do they put a big sign? I hate this on day
Don't
road.
look before you
Never hit the
leave.
light.
What you give, you get.
And never hit the light here.
Especially on the speed.
On a speed.
So long,
Whoops.
farewell, bye-bye. Let's have a toast for the
These kids are on these bikes, but they're not really bikes. They're like moped motorcycles. Yeah. You hit the corner kind of where we were. That one corner where you said this is going to be trouble. Yeah.
Right now, I'm bleeding, easy kill, gonna leave it all behind. I think it's time for me to go, burn all bridges. All I know, I got lost along the way, fell between the fold, pulling stitches.
During this whole time, I couldn't really ride. I got hooked on Three's Company reruns. I have to say, it was really a stupid show, but every episode made me laugh. And I eventually got to a point where I was addicted to it now, and I would come home for lunch from work and watch it. And each episode's only 20 minutes. So my wife calculated that I saw 22 episodes for 7 seasons. I wasted literally 2.5 days of my life watching this. But I'll tell you what, you could never have a show like that ever again.
No.
It was so funny though. So a couple months ago, I gave you the squirt wax. What are your thoughts? Positives and negatives.
I very much enjoy the squirt racks. I put it on one heavy application initially, and since then I've reapplied it one time, not for any reason, just to reapply it. I probably have about 600 miles on it since new chain and the squirt wax. Very happy with it. You know, it doesn't. If I ever touch the chain, whatever gets on me wipes right off because it's waxy, not greasy.
Yeah.
It doesn't retain, I don't believe, as much grime, and it's remained quiet, so I'm sure that it's waterproofed and sealed and it's running smooth. I'm very happy with it.
Yeah. I think of all the things that are the benefits, to me, the best benefit is that your chain is clean. You know, that you're not, when you get a flat tire on your back tire, you're
not messing with the dirty chain.
You're not messing with a oily chain. And then on a side note, it's supposed to make your chain last longer.
Yeah, we'll see about that. I'm hoping that that's the case.
We'll see what you find, because the thing is that I made a video. I'll put it at the end of the video on the right-hand side here. I'm comparing right now Silka versus Squirt Wax, and I'm seeing which one lasts longer on my chains.
Yeah.
But the thing is that the thing about the Silka is it came with you cook it in a crock pot.
Right.
I've only used it twice, the crock pot. I'm not taking the chain off and putting it in the crock pot. I did it once because I got caught out in the rain, and it was really dirty, so I put it in the crock pot a second time. But for the most part, I just apply it just like the squirt. So really, I'm just using their secret formula squirt wax, or their whatever wax. So I'm really not immersively doing the wax.
I like the idea of immersing the chain.
Oh, it's got to be better.
Probably way more than the actual execution of doing it. Now, with
yeah.
that being said, I'm looking forward to a day, I don't know when, a few months. I'm going to pull my chain, I'll boil it clean, air compressor it dry, and I'll reapply, and I'll see how that goes. And I'm curious to see, after boiling it clean with hot water, how much I believe I actually pulled off and sprayed out when I'm reapplying, if it really is as clean and dry as it was when I would use an oil-based lubricant with a solvent to remove everything and then air dry it, or blow dry it clean. So,
but to me, I'm not going to go back to oiling. Well, I oil my BMX chain because I don't want to waste the expensive. That's the one disadvantage of like Squirt Wax and the Silka stuff, is it is more expensive.
Right.
There's only one guy that really is against the waxing, Larry T, our favorite commentator. He's made 22 actual comments, and all of them have been kind of FU negative comments. He loves this channel.
Maybe he's confused between his chain wax and his bikini line wax.
It could be.
Swimsuit season.
It is swimsuit season. He would look good in a swimsuit.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's the one that has been the only one that's made negative comments about the wax.
And just to be fair, I'm talking about a French cut full seat, not something gross.
Oh, okay. Kind of funny, like when someone says, "Oh man, 30 years ago," and what happens in my mind is I think 1970 something, and they're talking about like the 1995.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's not 30 years ago.
And you go,
I guess I'm not young anymore. I heard you were having a good week.
God, geez, last week I had 3 ex-girlfriends. They're all single still, beautiful, all call me, want to get back together, and I'm laughing. It's like, yeah, first I win the lottery, now this.
Marriage is when one person is always right and the other one is the husband.
I was at my therapist and I was telling him, I'm hearing voices, and it's like, you're stupid, you're doing this wrong, don't you know any better, go do these things. And
what did he tell you?
he said, he looked at me and he said, you're married.
The older I get, the tighter companies put lids on their jars.
This is true. When I was little, I used to make sandcastles with my grandma, and my dad came in and took away the urn.
I was getting all pissed off and moody and angry and upset at myself, and then I Googled my symptoms. Turns out I'm an adult. It's called adulthood.
I was reading in something that apparently women are like natural archaeologists because of their ability to dig up the past.
90% of being married is yelling "what" from another room.
My wife came home with the universal remote the other day, and I said, this is fantastic. It changes absolutely everything. I've been reading these self-help books about marriage, and it says treat your wife on a date like it's the very first date.
I've heard that too. That's the way you're supposed to have a healthy, happy relationship.
This is true. And so after we were done, I dropped her off at her parents.
That hurt like a...
Of course it did. You don't have the little thing in there.
I don't think so. Okay. So, just every 5 minutes or so, just make sure I'm breathing. I don't have any problems with these.
Well, I would kick you to the side of the road and grab your bike, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, just make sure and sell it for what I told my wife
it's
I
worth.
bought it for. What it's worth.
can't
Yeah,
do
don't
that.
tell it. All right. That hurt.
Of course it did.
I felt it go in there, and then all of a sudden it just started burning, and I was like,
You're going to start talking like Fat Albert.
Well, welcome back to cycling.
Yeah, really. There's your welcome back. Honeymoon's over.
Honeymoon's over.
It's the first thing I thought when I heard you go, ow!
Yeah. I can taste the blood, but I don't feel the stinger,
Yeah.
which is good. I gotta take up an indoor sport.
The other thing my therapist tells me, she said, all those women that hate you, she said, screw them. I said, I don't know, that's a lot of sex. So I got these wheels brand new Fulcrum. I like them.
You got them new Fulcrum, huh?
And got them inexpensively. They saved me about 70 grams, but I was shocked at how they weren't quite true out of the box.
Oh.
And
yeah.
I've got a truing stand. I'm anal.
Yeah,
retention.
you know what you're doing.
So after like 3 rides, I got them perfectly dialed in, and now they're fine.
Forever.
Yeah, but it's like they normally at the factory they try to pre-stretch and pre-stress.
Yeah.
And they true to the
You know
point
what,
where, like Mavics.
That was the same with mine.
Yeah.
With the Hunt.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah, I had to take it. I had to take my wheels in like 2 or 3 times before they kind of stayed.
Before they settled in.
Yeah.
I was really surprised by that.
But the Mavics are always true out of the box.
Bulletproof out of the box.
Yeah.
And true.
Well, something to be said for that. So actually that ride was pretty good. My shoulder actually feels okay. Other than that one bumpy area.
And the bees took your
And the
mind
bee
off it.
took my mind off it. Now I'm slurring my speech. Talk like Sylvester Stallone, but overall I think I'm good to go.
I'm glad you're back. We're back to our Saturday
Me
ride.
too, yeah.